Okay. Are we still here? Are people here? Okay. Instead of hitting the hide the wind cap. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the. Glad you pulled up a chair to the table. Um, instead of hitting the hide wind cap, I hit the stop streaming button because I'm an idiot. Okay, back to back to something finally productive. Um, actually, talking about magnets and plasma. This is recently. I don't consider finished because I want to tribalize it, but I haven't had the will or motivation to tribalize it after doing that tank. We're about to, also, I need to refresh my stream thing. It says no here, even though really not the case. You are all chatting, which I greatly appreciate. Also, it's going to mess up my analytics and my export last. That's on me. All right. Okay. Um, are we all back here? I think we're here. Because I want to show off the... Man, this thing got so dusty so quick. Yes, there we go. We're gonna talk, Storm Raven real quick. So, this is fully magnetized in every way, shape, and form. Both weapon options, as well as for travel purposes, which causes that to happen a lot, actually. I have to be very careful to move this around on the table and everything. Or even just moving it, period. Or handling it. Be very careful. This thing comes completely apart for transportation purposes. When the cockpit head comes off, because in theory, eventually I'll paint its pilot. Also allows me to pull this out to more easily mess with the weapons that go on here. Some of them are kind of weird. But, yeah. About plasma. As you can tell, I really went ham on airbrush on this guy. Put that on. This is my most recent hot plasma I did. I did make a tutorial on how to do this. That can be found on my social media. And I do feel like it's off somehow. I think maybe I didn't give it enough glow. Or the things inside it are too dark. I'm not sure which. But yes. I magnetized everything way too much. I actually should not have magnetized the base. I thought all of the additional weight of the magnets and everything else I was going to add was going to mess it up, so I'd used super strong magnets. Turns out, it would have been better the other way. I'm an idiot. A local player that has a bunch of flyers told me later that no, you should just kept it like that. It would actually be more stable. But, you know, you live and you learn. Also, freehand fun. Zoom in on that. And other side. That. And like it also is very dusty, so ignore it if you don't mind. I do intend on, like I said, tribalizing this, kind of like the Land Speeder or the Skarn Vander, eventually. I need a break from vehicles, because I've done now 2 tribalized vehicles this year, and I've finished, by my standards, maybe 4 units this year of my own stuff, and it's October. No, 5. 3 vehicles. Tribalized 3 vehicles, because I forgot about my Contemptor here. So I've done a lot of vehicles this year, so I'm gonna hold off in the Storm Raven for a little longer while I do some infantry. And maybe a character, or 2. That was this year, right? I think it was this year. None of you were around my socials at that time, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, back to painting. That was my lowest show and tell. How's the skull doing? Is the skull dry? It is almost dry. There's a little bit of lost glow to that bit that's still quite dark. That says to me it's still okay. So we're gonna go back to this guy and continue base coating the red. So what we have? 430? That makes sense. I just got super hungry. And the ads. The ads are back. Also, Spire needs to get out of here. I don't know what that emote is. Someone translate. I suppose I could Google it. Alright, I think we're back. Cool deal. Also, I just realized with that degree in graphic design, Zafir, and you're gonna love the Tuesday digital art streams. Because, man, am I a rookie? You're gonna be like, wow, this guy wasn't joking. He really is an amateur. Trust me, just because I have a degree does not make me good at anything. Oh, I know, but at least you know what good stuff looks like. Alright, next step on the red. Wild Rider Red. Hey, you might not be good at this stuff, but you know what good stuff looks like. You're gonna watch me, like, you know, if you pop up for the stream tomorrow, for example, you're gonna come in, watch me drawing on Infinite Painter on a tablet, and be like, what is this guy even doing? That's just a general stroke of the artist. Jack, I'll give you that. An artist is not saying, how do I do this? Then he's probably doing the wrong thing. Like I've on and off done a little bit of sketching here and there. Usually it's like a party thing, different reasons, like casual art nights kind of deal. For years. Usually just like drawing each other kind of deal. I always try. I don't think I'm particularly good at it. And then all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? I have been given a tablet. I'm gonna buy a good stylus. I'm gonna look up a good art app, and now I'm gonna start making merch designs and emotes and stuff because, because I want to, I guess. And yeah, that's about it. That's the whole. That's my background, and so anything I pull off with any impressiveness is their guess as much as mine how I pulled it up. I will say the current channel icon, that Raven Guard with the brushes, not quite Raven Guard. Technically, it's a Crow Sentinel because it's on my merch. With the brushes that I drew in art stream, and then off camera I illustrated him. Probably the best thing I've ever drawn. Let alone colored. For that matter. It's now LA. And if you're wondering, that red looks a little weird. It look a bit more red. I agree. That's why we're going to top coat it with Vallejo Game Ink Red. So I would say scheduling wise, you're right on target. I want at the end of today have all these accent pieces done. Start on his shield. We're ending the first stream in about 20 minutes with the majority of the accent pieces done to some extent or another. We have another 3-hour stream in 3 hours 20 minutes. This the bone is done. It's a little dark on one side, but I think it's fine. It kind of just looks like it got cracked, which makes sense. He was fighting Space Marines. What's for dinner tonight? I'm making slider burgers. Sliders sound fun. I don't know. Who has dinner tonight? I think my father? I actually don't have a dinner night tonight. Due to a, not dinner night tonight, dinner night this week. Due to some scheduling snafus, I had to cover one of my sister's dishes last week, and on a I asked, hey, as a favor, could you also cover my dinner for the next night that you take to cover the dishes? Because I effectively had a day where I had to do 2 days worth of dishes in one go. Wow. And that was on a night I was streaming, I'm pretty sure too. It's just like, oh, told me. One of the reasons I was so tired last week, like the week before that, was because I was still recovering from that work push, and then last week, one of the several reasons, I still hadn't fully recovered, I guess. I feel like I'm kind of recovering now. I think I'm about back at full. And at first I thought it was because I was going to be doing a marathon stream painting the Votan for my store, and then guess what I learned? That was actually a troll. That's what it does. But he is considering throwing me some D&D minis for the charity event, which is fun. I've wanted to paint some D&D for years, but no one's won a D&D commission. So, sure. In any event, now it's because I'm doing that one shot Wednesday, because that would have been my dinner and dishes day this week. So yeah, so I don't have to cook dinner or do the dishes until, let's see, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, next Monday, a week from now. Not too shabby. It's a good week. I can just focus on my stuff. Is anyone online right now? Or going to be going online? Anyone knows about? Well, I don't know why I'm at Venom. I know you basically just watched me and Ruckus, so anyone else have recommendations for rating when we're done in like 20 minutes? Ironically, I don't think we'll have the 5 I normally... Yeah, correct. So you don't know anyone else. I probably have some people, because I've been continuing to expand my network of other streamers. That's how Snow got here. Example. But, yeah. Oh yeah, so normally I would raid when I've either gone raided or I have at least 5 people. We've had 5 people for most of the stream. So I don't know if the 3 right now is an error or we actually have 5 people, so we'll give it a go. This is a dry brush with Praxetti, which is what really brings it together. I don't know why the camera's having a hard time. I think it's actually OBS, not the app. Anyway, that is a finished boon. I only have X amount of time to stream Twitch streams, and the first 2 I found in the hobby were motivating due to like to help teach others, so that met my quota. Yeah, perfect. And one of them puts you to work. You got pretty lucky there, actually, because I've gone through a plethora of, like... painting streams. Or painting streamers, I should say. Same with art ones. Because I've also been expanding my network into art people. So, we might... Actually, were you there... last time I raided Lavely, Venom? Lavely's a wonderful artist. She has art, normal art, traditional art. Where are all these pings all of a sudden? How many pings? Okay, I'll get back to that. That was... I think it was. I have to check them out. Yeah, Lavely. You know, I'm gonna... I try to raid her whenever our streaming schedules, cross paths. She's a New Zealander streamer, so she streams very late at night, which is nice for me, because it's usually my leisure time. Yeah. Shout out... Lavely. She also does a lot of like horror video games, which is absolutely hilarious because she just makes sounds. That's her gimmick. she makes. Like, the common joke in her chat is that, is the tea ready? Nah, it's just Lavely playing Soma. Or Little Nightmares, or something equivalent. She's also great for someone like me that just goes into people's chats and trolls them incessantly. She's a really good sport about it. We had, the other night she was playing, yeah, Soma, and there were 4 of us, started by me, of course, that were all just chatting, like, disturbing, unnerving, you know, just little things in the chat. It's like, one of us would be like, is there something under the bed? And someone else would be like, no, it's in the closet. The other one's like, it's in the corner. It's now behind you. You can hear it scratching on the floor. It's breathing in your ear. There's a heat on your neck. And we just keep going. Eventually, her chat was almost as scary as the game. When she was playing on safe mode, man, I had so many statements to say about that. I'm like, as someone that's too aggro for most horror games, I find the concept of a safe mode both insulting and offensive. I am a Dark Souls player? What is this safe mode you talk about? Like, how is this scary anymore? It's already kind of dumb to me because it's one of those games that forces you to just walk through the game. You can't, like, actively fight the monsters. You can only stealth or run away. I'm like, that's not me. I'm like, if you've seen, if veterans were in a horror movie, that's me in a situation like that. It's like, I'm about to turn this into a Doom-like. We're about to rip and tear. We saw an enemy. I'm like, get a pipe! Go beat its head in! Kill it! Smack it! Biff it. Bop it. Twist it. Smack it. Yeah, I'm just so aggro in horror games. You've activated my fight or flight response, and I am a flightless bird. This is a very obscure Instagram joke, but it's very apt. I have thinned this black too much. This has now become annoying. Also, I am aware I'm using a very large brush to paint black next to that skull. I love horror games, but I have to play them in small doses. Silent Hill was one of my favorite games as a kid. Took me years to beat it. Got my anxiety rushing. Yeah, I just get annoyed. Like, I like cosmic horror. I like, body horror. I really dislike those video games that take away your, agency to artificially incur horror. Because it's a horror of danger. My response to horror of danger is not horror. It's fight. It's, I'ma kill this thing. Like I said, Dark Souls player. Like, I have seen and faced horrific things. Things that send you chills up your spine. And then, my response was to go beat it in with a sword. Did I die? Probably. I just realized why this black is so thin and annoying me. Because I was grabbing not a black, but the shader for the white earlier. From earlier. Because I put it too close to the black, because I'm an idiot. So now that I'm going back to actually using black, using this way too large brush to paint very not detailed, but like, very close to the bone that takes forever to fix. So yeah, that's why horror games I can only really enjoy experiencing from watching other people play. Actually, right, that's how I found Lavely. I found Lavely from Mini Ruckus rating her while she was playing Little Nightmares. And I stuck around because it was really entertaining. Because she was freaking out, which is funny. And it's not me freaking out because I don't really freak out. Okay, there is one potential exception. There's one potential exception. And it still slightly suffers from the same problem I have, but not as much. And I actually made a joke the other night on Loudly's stream about I probably shouldn't mention this aloud on Twitch in case my followers get a hold of this information. And that is the one game that I was not really able to continue playing despite really liking it because I was becoming very uncomfortable. Before I say it, does anyone want to take some guesses? Watch Venom just guesses him because he's a savant at everything. I have no clue. It's actually Subnautica. Because I don't really care for open water much. I am both, disturbed and deeply fascinated with the deep ocean. Yeah, that dark abyss. Not even like dark abysses because I love space. I will jump in a spaceship like so fast. You have no idea. Let's go. I shall walk under the light of a yeah. See, that's what I mean. I can't quote stuff. I'm all down for space. Space is no terror to me, even though it's like probably worse. But the ocean, man. Oh. And then in Subnautica, you know there is some horrific stuff that will definitely eat you like so fast. Most stuff in the real ocean, as far as the stuff we do know about, it does not care for being around anything human related. They're like, nah, I'm out. You're not worth it. I can tell you're just dangerous enough that despite my size, you are not worth it. You are not my preferred prey, so whatever. For the stuff we do know about. But the stuff we don't know, man. Oh. Oh man. Yeah, also, I can't swim. For some reason, I live in Rhode Island. The ocean state. Next to the ocean. Which I actually don't mind going to. Especially on Esquamicut Beach. That beach is amazing. Alright. That's fine, I can just read. I never really learned how to swim. I never got the hang of it. So, Subnautica. I like me a crafting game. Used to play the holy crap out of Minecraft. I got Subnautica not long after the game came out. I had time and motivation to play it because I was back before I got into Warhammer. I could not do it for very long. Especially the fact that you can't build weapon systems to deal with stuff like the Leviathan. Now there's like another monster in there that I don't even remember. It's like, oh no, I kind of do, but I think they've added even more since. It's like, oh man, it's so dark. I can swim like a fish and was on swim team for years. I don't go deeper than waist deep in the ocean, and it already makes me nervous. Yeah. Yeah, the ocean, no bueno. Not about it. I am not a sailor. Alright. I'm gonna hit, we're at 3 minutes. I'm gonna hit that last ad thing so it doesn't potentially mess up the stream. Hit that manually. And then after it's done, we're gonna raid somebody. I'm gonna find someone. There are 3 people. I hope it's actually more, but which will tell me, I suppose. We have gotten a fair bit through both these accent pieces, so we'll definitely be finishing these tonight, get them all attached, and start working on the shield arm. That will be tonight's stream. So, thank you everyone for hanging out, and everyone that's still here for hanging out for the rest of the stream and being part of whatever raid I'm about to begin. Join the Discord, follow me on social media, go buy some merch, you know the drill, internet person. Alright, I'm gonna run that ad and go hunt us down a target. Let's see. I'm probably don't have dinner for another hour and a half, but... Ooh, Froggy's playing Dark Souls 3. Just got a fair number of people watching it, though. 10 times a week. Some... smaller people. Oh, I have to jump back to the chat. What's happening? I'll be trick-or-treating with the boys. Probably will miss this evening's start, if not all. That is totally fair. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow or Wednesday then. In that case, Venom. Glad to have you back, though. It did not seem the same without you. What's that? Oops. What's going on here? Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna have to wait a minute to actually... This guy seems fun. Oh, this guy's just starting up and has actually a ginormous following. To help him. I want to find someone of the appropriate, like, size, you know what I mean? Going on here. Yeah, I got this Australian dude, Scotty D49. It's painting some reavers, looks like. Nope, incursors. Reavers, incursors? I don't know. It's painting some Phobos peeps. Alright. Let's smack him with a raid. At least if it readies all 3 people. If it screws me like it has been, I might not. Nope, got all 3. Cool.
basically, Tabletop coming in with the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. Let's get a shout out going